You are your own worst enemy in the whole wide world. Yes, don't look at me like that. I'm saying nothing here but the truth. You're your own worst enemy. That is why you hate yourself. That is why you think you're worthless. That is why you don't have confidence in yourself. That is why you postpone yourself every single time. That is why you keep on procrastinating. That is why you keep on letting people disrespect you. That is why you keep on throwing yourself to dirt every single time. It's because you are your own worst enemy. Yes. Yes. Because if you are your biggest fan, and if you love yourself, you would not be, throwing yourself to death every single time and treating yourself the way you do, thinking so low of yourself, literally just being in a toxic environment, in a toxic situation, toxic relationship. Like, you do all of that to yourself. Because if there is anybody that can actually make a change in your life, a major change, like a drastic change, it will be you. It will be you. And don't get me wrong, even when there is somebody, a third party or a second person that wants to, assist you in doing something in your life, like if you do not, accept it, if you're not willing, if you do not consent, it's not going to happen. It's not going to manifest. That is why I said that you are the only one that can allow, change. You're the only one that can make a change happen big time. Like, you're the only one that can take a move, a bold step, a drastic step into changing something in your own life. Okay? And the fact that you keep letting yourself down every single time, and the fact that you keep, feeling shitty about yourself, it means you're your own worst enemy. Do not forget that people are going to hate you. Okay? Not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody is going to like the things that you do. Not everybody is going to like how you talk. Not everybody is going to like your ideas. Not everybody is going to like how you show up. People, that one is a promise. Okay, is a promise. But you should not be among your haters. I mean, come on. You should be your biggest fan. You should be rooting for yourself the loudest, cheering for yourself the hardest. You should also be your biggest critic. Like, you should be able to take accountability and responsibility for your shortcomings. If you did something wrong, if you messed up, if you fucked up, like, take accountability for it. Do not wait for somebody to come and tell you that, oh, this thing is bad. Or do not just sit down at the back and, trying to blame somebody for something that you obviously know that you did wrong. And at the same time, you should also be your biggest fan. So that before anybody says anything, you already know how you feel about this. You already know what you want to do. So anybody's idea is just bonus. Anybody's idea is not the main focus. It's just bonus to you. This doesn't mean you shouldn't take advice from people, okay? And I would advise you to take advice from people that you really, admire their lifestyle. People that you truly feel like you can learn from. You're your own worst enemy. That's why you treat yourself like trash. Okay, that's why you feel like your life does not matter. That's why you think your life does not mean anything. People can treat you, bad. It's worse when you're the one treating yourself really bad. And I know it's okay to feel certain emotions at certain points in our lives, but it's not okay to be okay, with feeling bad about yourself. Okay, so you're feeling bad about yourself right now. I want you to know that it's not okay to be okay, that you feel bad about yourself. It's not okay to be okay that you hate yourself. Get up and do something about it already. I mean, the only person that's actually going to do something about it is you. So if you're stopping yourself from doing something about it, or if you're scared to do something about it, you're your own worst enemy. Yeah, I said what I said. Single chance you get, like, you're procrastinating, like, you're your own worst enemy. And it's actually so funny because when we go through stuff sometimes, like, we're always blaming, somebody else, and, trying to, push the blame on somebody else or give a very silly excuse. But at the end of the day, you are your own worst enemy. You keep doing this to yourself. You keep letting yourself down every single goddamn time. That is what you keep doing. The high time you realize that you are your own worst enemy, the only one, that's able to make a change and make a difference in your life is you. I know most times we're like, oh, I need a destiny helper. I need somebody to come and change my life. I need somebody to come and change my destiny and all of that. Don't get me wrong. Like, people can actually be a blessing to you. Trust me. But sometimes we actually even hinder the blessings. that people want to bring into our lives. If you're not ready for the blessings mentally, no way you're going to be able to welcome those blessings into your life. I remember when I was a teenager, oh god, I hated myself. I hated myself with passion. Like I can't even explain like how much I hated myself. Like my self-esteem was trash. Like I thought very low of myself. I do not believe in myself. Like the way I hated myself. Now that I think about it, like what the hell? Like did I actually do that to myself? Because at the end of the day, all you have is you. You go to sleep every day with you. You wake up every single day with you. So if you're hating yourself constantly, like you're mocking yourself, you're always telling yourself hate speeches, like you never ever say anything good about yourself. Like there is no way in heaven or in hell that you're actually going to see good in yourself. Okay, no matter how other people tell you that oh you're a good person or you're a beautiful person, no matter the positive compliments other people give to you, like if you do not see yourself, as if you do not have confidence in yourself, if you do not love yourself, no matter how other people tell you, like you would never believe them. And I'm saying this because I was in that kind of situation. Like it took me a while before I started to feel beautiful and actually believe that I am beautiful, no matter how much other people told me that oh you're beautiful. Like I never ever believed them, because in my eyes I was so ugly and I never ever saw it. Like I keep saying in all my videos, everything starts from the inside, okay? So the high time you start feeling good about yourself, the high time you start loving yourself enough, the high time you start being so self-obsessed, I saw this quote online that made me realize so many things that is actually true, is that selfish women always win. And it's so true. Like when you're selfish, like you only look out, you only focus on your goal uninterruptedly. Like you focus on something that is good for your health, your mental health. Like you don't let anybody else disrupt that. Like you're always going to achieve those goals at the end of the day, because you do not let anybody to come and take you off track from what you want for yourself. That is what I mean by being selfish here. Okay, that's the kind of level of selfishness that you need to have to be able to achieve those things that you want to be able to live the life that you want. And as human beings, we're always going to be in our feelings. Okay, you're always going to have feelings. You're always going to feel sad, you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel different kinds of emotion. Okay, it's normal. But at the end of the day, if you keep on throwing yourself to the bin, if you keep on disrespecting yourself, disregarding yourself, like being neglecting your own self, you are your own worst enemy. Okay, that's the essence of this video. I want you to realize that you are your own worst enemy. No matter what anybody else says about you, no matter the opinion that people have about you, all that matters at the end of the day is what you think about yourself inside your mind, is how you feel about yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think of you or what other people say about you. Is what you think about yourself that matters at the end of the day. I know how scary, how embarrassing, and how cringe it can be, starting out something, following your goal and starting out something in the early stages, especially when there is no result yet. Like you just, and there is no audience, nobody watching. Like it doesn't make sense at the beginning. I know how embarrassing it can be, how cringe it can be because I'm literally at that stage right now. But for the fact that I love myself, I believe in myself, I have courage in myself. Like there is nothing anybody else can tell me that oh you're not good enough, oh you cannot, this is not for you, oh you cannot achieve this. Like I'm not going to listen to you, because in my mind I know exactly what I want and I know exactly how I'm going to get it, and I'm on the path to that thing that I want to get. So you, if you're there feeling like obviously you cannot see my vision, okay, the vision is in my head, and no matter how I explain it to you, you're not going to understand. So it's okay that you alone understand your vision, you understand what you want for yourself, you understand what you want to do. It is not your job to try to convince other people to understand your idea, or understand the dream that you want for yourself, or to understand the process and all. And I know it gets really really embarrassing, but this is why you have to have so much courage and believe in yourself, because that's what's going to keep you going at the end of the day. People are going to fall off track with you, and it's not your duty to try to make them be on track with you, with your vision. I mean, it's your vision, okay, it's your vision, not their vision. So just worry about yourself and forget about people at the end of the day. Okay, focus on your own self. Okay, so if you're constantly filling your head with negative thoughts, if you're constantly, saying bad things about yourself, if you're constantly not, staying through or sticking or following an idea that you have in your head, like you're just all over the place, it's okay. It's okay to be in that phase, because we all go through that as human beings. Okay, there's always a time in your life where you're just confused, like you're just spiraling, you're just, roaming, gallivanting all over the place, that you don't even know what you want to do. It's okay to be in that phase, but it's not okay to stay there for too long. And want to, know exactly what you want and what your heart truly desire. One way you can know, is by just spending so much time with yourself, staying away from social media, staying away from people, like not entirely, like just for some hours during the day, in a quiet space, trying to, listen to your own heart, hear what, is on your mind, like just listen to yourself. Like when you do this, there is no way you're going to not know what you love and what exactly you want to do in your life. So you are your own worst enemy. Okay, you are your own worst enemy. Sometimes the truth is really, really bitter. Well, that truth is going to help you solve a problem that is meant to be tackled. So it's high time you face the truth, face to face, and stop hiding. You're your own worst enemy. The moment you start, realizing that you are your own worst enemy, you are the only one stopping yourself, you are the only one holding yourself back, the better for you, honestly. If you just met somebody and you guys are just talking, okay, this person has not told you anything like, oh, I want to start a family with you, or oh, I love you, but in your own mind, like if you now start, creating scenarios in your mind, you start creating a fake profile for this person in your own mind. He hasn't told you that, oh, this is what I want, but you on your own, you're just, thinking about him in that way, on in your mind, creating, making up, expectations. And at the end of the day, when he doesn't meet the expectation that you want, you end up, feeling really disappointed and sad. Like you did that to yourself. Okay, he's not a bad person, you did that to yourself, because you're making up, sometimes we're not even in love with people that we think we're in love with. We're just in love with the idea of them that we've, painted, and the idea of them that we've created in our own mind and head. So you are your own worst enemy again, because you keep doing these things to yourself. You keep hurting yourself, by yourself, for yourself, with yourself. Like just sit down for a moment and think about it. You are your own worst enemy. Okay, think about it. Think about it. I want you to think really deeply about these things that I have said here. And yeah, this is the end of this video. I'll see you guys next time on my next one. Bye.